got some pine with a rebate in. I've got my marking gauge here. Quickest way is tighten up to find the middle with a marking gauge. Tighten it up so it's tight, put an indent on one side and check the indent's in the same place. When you rotate it, you can make your adjustments accordingly to find the middle. So it touches the same hole. Then drag your marking gauge around the pine, keeping the block on the side of the wood, all the way around on both pieces. Now lay these out on the table, how they're going to come together. You can use a pencil to draw around the edge of your pine all the way, so you can identify how thick the cut or how deep the cut is going to go. Do that on both pieces. What I suggest you do now is identify which sides are coming off and shade them in. I'd like this half of the wood to be removed, so I'm going to shade it in to show that that's waste. All the way around, just to help me, give me some clarity. And then the opposite side on the other piece. You may not see it, but there is a groove left by the marking gauge all the way around. Okay, good to start cutting these out. I'm going to start using the bench hook to cut the depth in both pieces of wood. Resting my whole body weight behind the block of wood to keep it in place, using my thumb as a guide when I'm using the tenon saw. It's not ideal starting a cut on a knot because that's dense. We're going to go ahead with it anyway. The tenon saw, start by dragging backwards 3 times to make a groove, and then you can lower the blade. Check regularly on both sides to make sure that it's level. When the saw touches the line, you know when to stop. You can then take the wood out of the bench hook and into a woodworker's vise. The idea is the same. Start by dragging back 3 times along the line before you lower the saw and cut down to your pencil line. Get closer, slow down until you hit a pitch or the noise change. And then go a bit slower. I'm going to change back to the bench hook, just to remove the last bit of wood. Okay, repeat the process with the other half, removing this wood for this joint to fit together. So here you can see a completed lap joint. Here's the other half that's been completed. These come together to form a 90-degree joint. You can identify how you can check that this is a perfect 90-degree joint now. You can assess the quality of your work. You can evaluate how successful you have been. You can also identify what you need to do to have a perfect finish here and how to make any amendments and any corrections. It's useful to consider what you could do differently next time if you were to do this again, and how you could improve the quality of the finish, setting yourself targets for the other 3 joints.